welcome back everybody to the second season of The Wild Plug. First off, I want to say thanks all of you for following us, subscribing us, and giving us all the love and the content for us to work on, try to help all the artists in need. Yo, my man, tell me about yourself.
I'm ElBravador, born in Richmond, Virginia. I'm 56 years old. I've been in hip-hop most of my life. I love hip-hop music. It is the essence of who I am. And even my family. You know, I met my wife through hip-hop. I met, so many people through hip-hop. My children grew up on hip-hop. And soul, and, classic jazz and some smooth jazz.
What kind of music do you like, and what reason?
My favorite genre is soul and disco. Of course, hip-hop is in my heart. But, without disco, we wouldn't have had any type of thing of hip-hop as we know. You had to have disco in it. I remember I saw Grandmaster Flash, and he said the same thing. And I agree with that. Soul and disco, funk, all of that plays elements in true hip-hop. It really, really, truly does. It does. So, yes, that's the genre I like. I like jazz. Bob James. Love Bob James. George Howard, may he rest in peace. Love George Howard. And Thelonious Monk. Soul, as far as James Brown, of course. Funkadelic, that psychedelic stuff. Parliament Funkadelic. The list goes on and on. If I name all of them that I like, we'd be here all day.
What made you want to take part of music?
What made me want to be a part of music was my brother is a DJ. He's 12 years older than I am. He started on the radio in Central Virginia, USA, Richmond, Virginia, USA, to be more pinpointedly. In 1976, I was only 11 years old. And he got on the radio. And then he took me to the radio station. And he also, before that, he worked at a record shop in the Churchill section of Richmond, Virginia, USA. And that was pretty much the prelude to me liking music. And then I heard Peter Brown's Dance With Me. And the way that song was, man, it just did it for me. And then I got into, the Funkadelics. I heard all this stuff prior to Peter Brown and everything. Funkadelics, James Brown, and things like that. But something about Dance With Me, that got me into it. It really, really, truly did. And it just took off from there. And then I wanted to be like my brother. So I wanted to be a DJ, when I got older and whatnot.
Did you ever rap or sing when you were young? And if so, do you have any record of it? And if not, did you ever think to do something of that sort?
I did do some rhyming. My man, the DJ MC Fresh, we together are the Z-Rock crew. The second group I was in, first group was Junior Funk Machine back in 1981. In 84, Fresh and I got together. We recorded a record in 1987. It was on Think Tank Records. You can Google it and see it on Discogs. Actually, that record goes for quite a bit of money now. But Fresh wrote my lyrics, and he helped me rhyme and stuff. I didn't do it that well as far as I was concerned. But we did that record, vocal on the front, instrumental on the back. Ace and Supreme. It's a 45. And I enjoyed doing it. Fresh helped me along with that. But Fresh also taught me how to scratch too. And what have you. I was DJing before he was. But I was just mixing. And if you wanted to even call it mixing then. We were taking one record, putting it on after the other.
What did you do as an artist till today?
Well, as an artist, I didn't do much. Just that record with Fresh. I started producing after that. I got into programming beats and what have you, and just making production. Shortly after that, I signed with First Priority Music. in '88. And I was the first independent major signed to an independent major label in Virginia, period.
Hey, wait a minute. Now you gotta tell me you did subscribe and you did like and you did push that little ding ding ding. Bro, you gotta do it for the artist if you don't want to do it for me. I know I'm not a good looking, but hey, do this favor for us. See ya.
A lot of people think it was Timbaland, but it wasn't. And not trying to take anything away from Timbaland, but it was me. I produced The Alliance. We Can Get Used to This, the title cut on the album. I co-produced that. I produced Down to Earth from The Alliance. Positive K wrote it. I produced it. You can check the credits on that. So I did that. But from a DJ, then becoming an artist, and then becoming a producer. The artist was very short-lived for me.
Tell me the purpose of the WQMIX.
The purpose of it is to play songs that you don't hear anymore. Songs that you may have forgotten about, songs that you just don't hear on regular terrain radio. And on our station, we play them.
Tell me about your movies and interviews you have done till today.
I just did a couple. I did Third World Man, which was my first film. It was a science fiction piece. More like an urban Star Trek, time travel and things of that nature. I did that. I did Joe's Auto.
Hey, man, I'm ready, man. Let's go to the shop.
Y'all cut that damn noise out. That's all I need is a customer to come up here and hear all this shit.
What? Hey, nigga drive your car. You got my car.
Ain't nothing, man. What's good with you?
Joe's Auto was a story about really reflecting on my life growing up. The guy that gave me my name, ElBravador's, Stephen Derrick High. And I did I've done a couple of documentaries. I did Soul R&B Radio Legends of Central Virginia that talks about the radio legends before I was on radio, because I got on radio in '85 thanks to my brother. And then the HipHop Legends of Central Virginia, which is out. It's been out for quite a while. And I'm actually revamping it to re-release it and what have you. So yes, contrary to what has been said or what has been thought, I did do, and there is a documentary on Central Virginia hip-hop, 804 hip-hop, from where it started on up to maybe the late 80s, into the 90s a little bit, but not so much after, in the mid-90s on up. Nobody has done that yet, that version. So I'm looking to a friend of mine. I told him I wanted him to do it. Hopefully he will do it. My man Lil Rock of Black Wonder Films and Spike Punch. Hopefully that he'll do that one day. I think he'll do real well with that. To tag into that, yeah, I started in radio in 1985 from my brother Chocolate Chip, and that's when I started on the radio there. Then in '87, Fresh and I got on radio together, of course, with our group, the Z-Rock Crew, on WKIE, a legendary station, an all hip-hop station. We had everybody come through from Chuck D to Public Enemy and Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Eric B. and Rakim. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. The Masters of Ceremony with Grand Poobah, Don Barron, and Doctor Who, all of them, and Almighty Shabazz, they all came through the station. We did shows with Salt and Pepper. The station put on shows. I mean, it was just a great dynamic station for hip-hop. The documentary I did, I will release a version to be on YouTube soon so people can see that.
Here we go, man. This is going to be the question of the year, I think. What do you think about the evolution of rap to trap?
Well, let me say this. Trap is trap. Trap, to me, is not hip-hop. Hip-hop is hip-hop. Trap is trap. Trap has its own thing. And that's fine if you like trap. I think that's great. Trap is really its own entity. It really is. Hip-hop is peace, unity, love, and having fun.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Rap, trap spun off from rap. Yes, I agree with that. I think that's cool. The trap artists got their thing that they do. And the hip-hop artists should have the thing that they do. Because, see, what has happened with hip-hop, people have just think that all these hip-hop artists are not doing anything anymore from back in the days, the golden era or whatever, or in the 90s and what have you. They're still doing things. They're still doing shows, but the big corporate record companies don't recognize it anymore because they don't feel it makes them the money that trap does. Trap makes millions and millions of dollars. Hip-hop has made millions and millions of dollars. You know, so I think that's a big issue, is that the hip-hop artists from then need to still be held up as just as high. Rock and roll does it, the blues does it, country does it. We need to do the same thing. We need to unify, and we need to do the same thing. I mean, they people will see them. These people are still putting stuff out. We just need to, you know, you have to go out there and find it, and people have to demand, this is what we want to see, this is what we want to hear, and these are the people we want to see at the concerts.
Yeah, I understand you, man. And what about drill?
Don't know too much about drill rap. From what I've heard, not bad. You know, it's what it is, you know, and stuff, but I really haven't taken a long time to really just sit down and listen to a lot of it to really give an honest opinion about it.
Which is the artist that strikes you the most in its own bars, punchlines?
That really got me was his rhyme style, the way he would rhyme on every kick and snare, the way he would hit and he would flow on every kick and snare. Ecstasy, may he rest in peace, was a good friend of mine as well. That's how I said, if I wanted to rhyme, I wanted to rhyme like him. Jay-Z, another one. Jay-Z is great. Nas, you know, the way he comes on. KRS-One, you know, I can go on, rock him. King's Son. I mean, I can go on and on and on. The Jungle Brothers, you know, those guys in groups, with the way that they flow and the way their bars were, come on, man. Come on. Grand Poobah, come on.
Any shout out to a local artist?
There's a couple around here that I believe in, but Big Sty.
You used to be fresh, now here you rockin' nylon, and you bragging to cats like you some type of fashion icon.
Is one that I really, 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 really look up to. You know, I'm really proud of him and what he's accomplished on the independent side. You know, I really, really, truly do. My man Seven Solo, may he rest in peace. Oh, but that was a kick in the head when that happened. Yeah, I really, you know, liked what Seven Solo was doing and what have you. I really do. I really do. And there's others. There's others also.
What do you think of TheWildPlug trying to connect the States and Europe throughout Belgium thanks to AK Studio?
I think that it's a good thing trying to connect. That's what we have to do in this thing with hip hop and visuals and music. You know, from abroad, we have to connect. That we have to do that somehow. That's how you have a unified force. I think it's a great thing.
Any advice?
The only advice I can give is just everybody give it a chance.
Finally, the last question. Do you have anything to say to the Belgian people?
Keep doing what you're doing music-wise. Get into the visuals. Get into the filming. Get into, you know, the video and everything. Just get into it. Just constantly keep in contact with those that are out there on social media and everything. Just keep it going, man.
Thank you very much. And I am looking forward for another interview with you very soon. Thanks to the fans of WildPlug, AkChannel, MFG, out.
Merci, la mif, peace and blessings.